Hello friends, if you are a student from Mechanical Engineering Department or Mechanical Polytechnic, then this video will be very helpful to you. In this video we are going to understand the concept of orthogonal cutting and oblique cutting. First we will take definition, then after that explanation, and finally we will study the difference between orthogonal cutting and oblique cutting. Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube channel. And before proceeding forward, I will like to request you to press the like button. So let's get started this video. In this video, firstly we will discuss the orthogonal cutting concept. First we will take the definition of orthogonal cutting. Definition: if the cutting edge of the tool is perpendicular, that is 90 degree, to the direction of tool travel, that is direction of feed, then it is called as orthogonal cutting. In orthogonal cutting, many times the cutting edge is wider than the workpiece width and extends beyond the workpiece on either side. It is observed that in orthogonal cutting, tool life is less. Here the cutting edge is wider than workpiece width, as shown in figure 1a. In orthogonal cutting, the cutting tool is perpendicular to the direction of tool travel, as shown in figure 1a and 1b. And in this next figure, you can see that the cutting tool edge is making 90 degree at direction of tool travel or feed. In orthogonal cutting, the chip generated flows on the rake face of the tool with the chip velocity perpendicular to the cutting edge. The next point is in orthogonal cutting. The orthogonal cutting is also known as two-dimensional metal cutting. Here the cutting edge is normal or perpendicular to the workpiece. Also, in orthogonal cutting, no force exists in direction perpendicular to the relative motion between tool and workpiece. In this figure 1a, we can see that the chip is flowing over the rake face. Our next concept in this video is oblique cutting. First we will take definition. If the cutting edge of the tool is inclined at an angle less than 90 degree to the direction of tool travel, then the cutting action is called as oblique cutting. Second definition of oblique cutting: when chip does not flow on orthogonal plane, that is, chip deviates from orthogonal plane, then the cutting action is called as oblique cutting, as shown in figure 2. In figure 2a and 2b, you can see that the cutting edge is not perpendicular to the workpiece. It is at an angle less than 90 degree. In this next figure, on the right side in oblique cutting, you can see that the angle is less than 90 degree. That is, angle between the tool edge and the direction of tool travel is less than 90 degree in oblique cutting. In this next figure, you can see that on upper side, orthogonal cutting, the tool cutting edge is at right angles to the feed, and in next below figure, in oblique cutting, you can see that the tool edge is at an oblique angle to the direction of feed. Oblique cutting, also called as three-dimensional cutting, because the cutting forces developed, can be represented in three coordinates: axis x, y and z. This is common type of three-dimensional cutting used in various metal cutting operation, in which cutting action is inclined with the job by a certain angle called as inclination angle. In oblique cutting, lateral direction of chip movement is obtained. Finally, we have come to this point: difference between oblique cutting and orthogonal cutting. The first point in orthogonal cutting is the cutting angle of tool makes right angle to the direction of motion of tool, while the first point in oblique cutting is that the cutting angle does not make a right angle to the direction of motion of tool. Second point in orthogonal cutting, the flow of chip is perpendicular to the cutting edge. Second point in oblique cutting, the flow of chip is not perpendicular to the cutting edge. Third point in orthogonal cutting, the tool has lesser life compared to oblique cutting. While the third point in oblique cutting is that tool has higher life of cutting. Fourth point in orthogonal cutting is that the shear force per unit area is high, which increases heat per unit area. While in oblique cutting, the fourth point is the shear force per unit area is low, which decreases heat per unit area. Fifth point in orthogonal cutting, in this cutting, chip flows over the tool. Sixth point in orthogonal cutting is that in orthogonal cutting, surface finish is poor. Fifth point in oblique cutting, in this cutting, chip flows along the sideways. While sixth point in oblique cutting, surface finish is very good. Seventh point in orthogonal cutting is that cutting edge is longer than edge of cut. Seventh point in oblique cutting, cutting edge may or may not be longer than edge of cut. Eighth point in orthogonal cutting, two mutually perpendicular cutting forces acting on the workpiece. Hence, orthogonal cutting is two-dimensional cutting process. Eighth point in oblique cutting is that three mutually perpendicular forces are involved in oblique cutting. Hence, this process is three-dimensional process. That's all in this video, friends. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If you all like this video, then do not forget to press this subscribe button.